government spending money or the private sector spending money? So you ask yourself, who is more efficient? There's no two way. When you cut off 70 billion from pay, you are just saying as a government, I'm cutting this money to do the construction myself. Okay, because once it's a policy, the money is cut. Construction is better left to the private sector of houses. And I'm using empirical data from government, not from myself. It is because it is the first time for many years, if you remove COVID years, that you are having construction sector shrinking other than increasing in terms of its size. The other thing it has become something I'm speaking about because it is very important. And I'm not saying so for anyone to reply. On the floor of the House. 4.2 thereabout trillion shillings. We have budgeted to borrow close to 900 billion shillings. So it's higher than the last year. So I'm asking Kenyans this question. We need to get out of the hole of borrowing and unsustainable debt. If you fall in a borehole or a ditch, an abandoned borehole which never produced any water, I'm just saying a ditch, and you need to get out of it, and your friend gives you anga or a hole ya kuchimba, and he tells you the best way to get out of this place, you keep digging the hole. We want to get out of unsustainable borrowing. Every succeeding year, we must borrow less than the previous year. Now we are doing the reverse. We are borrowing more money this year than we borrowed last year in a debt trap. That is not the reality. That is an oxymoron. That is a contradiction of facts. You know the beauty about Kenya nowadays, everything is anywhere. You can just Google the things I'm saying because it's government documents I'm referring to. Lastly, I am concerned are decisions that were made in the past years. The decisions we are making today will affect us today and the other. That is to be paid by Kenyans. And we also want to securitize something called the sports fund. I am a next 7 years. Instead of being patient for this money to be collected and spent, since we want Kenyans to clap for us as leadership, so we want to spend that money now. Money, we will also have needs to repair roads for the next 7 years. We also want to securitize sports fund, to build stadiums now, get clubs today, and then Kenyans are overburdened for the next many years on that securitization. Anyone dealing with securitization in the government of Kenya must know that it has potential. Because, one, we are not declaring it anywhere. In the budget, it's not there. In Parliament, there is no committee of Parliament that has dealt with that money. The money is already borrowed from commercial banks. Let us be prudent. Let us walk the talk. When we say we are not overburdening the country with borrowing, let us actually walk the talk of borrowing less every year than we borrowed the previous year. And I want to edit there and say, economics. The beauty about the economy, you cannot substitute figures with words. With the time, it catches up with you. The same government has released the data I'm talking about. Of us, Rwanda was ahead of us, Uganda was ahead of us. Well, Rwanda was growing at 7%, Kenya was growing at around 4.something%. These are far-reaching on the destiny of a nation. And whatever decision we make today, we must be cognizant that, however appealing we package it, very soon, a bad decision. Thank you very much.